Shalom again and Yeshua. So there's something else that I want to talk about here because Yah was speaking to me about it. And again, if one will embrace this, there can be freedom. One will embrace this, there can be deliverance. And also a discernment regarding your walk with Yeshua. Now there is a doctrine, and it's based on this scripture. It's in Psalms that says, I hate them with perfect hatred. Now, one thing you should note, it's like, as you find in the word, there is godly sorrow and there is ungodly sorrow. There is godly fear and there is ungodly fear. Now, when someone says, I have perfect hatred, it is not sufficient to say without examining if it is perfect hatred. Now, perfect hatred carries fruit. Perfect hatred also is perfect love. Now, the question we should ask is, do I perfectly hate sin? That's the first question. Do I perfectly hate sin? Now, when it talks about perfect love, it also describes when someone is walking in love, they don't do the things that are sin. For example, love does not envy. Is there envy in our hearts? Love does not seek its own. Are we always looking for our benefit, especially above others? Love does not boast. Do we seek for men to lift us up and to glorify us? Or are we living a life where if we are brought down low, we can walk in joy? That's when you know if you're boasting. Love holds no record of wrong, meaning love forgives all. If I can hold the record of someone and the wrong they did to me, I am not walking in perfect love. Therefore, I also don't have perfect hatred for sin. Therefore, I can't talk about perfect hatred, and any hatred that I have is actually the hatred that God says will send me to hell. Love is patient. Are we patient? Or are we impatient? You can tell by how quick we are to do our own will. And as I said in my last video, there is an eagerness and hastiness which works with actual spirit of hatred. So if you're not patient, hatred can enter in. Love is kind. How are we with one another as brethren? Do we have a spirit of kindness with us? Are we rough and proud? Is that something that we need to turn away from? In all our lives, we can examine that. Love believes all things. Love actually protects your faith. And the reason that people do not believe in Yeshua, start off with that, is because they don't love him. That's the reason. Whatever you love, you will also believe. If you love to rob, you believe in the power of robbing. If you love to money, you believe in the power of money. Whatever you love, you'll also believe it. So oftentimes when our faith is hindered, it's because our love waxed cold. And that's what's happening a lot in this world. To a lot who say they love Yeshua. And yet, if they believed what he said, they will walk his path. and do the things he says, and conduct themselves the way they should, and have the mind they should, and have the heart of thanksgiving they should. And we would not allow hatred in the heart if we love him and believed what he said. And love endures all things. How much can you endure persecution? How much can you endure testing and trial? Based on how you endure, also tells if you love him, Yahushua. And with that, you can measure if you have perfect hatred or not. And if any hatred is in your heart and you have not perfect love, it's the spirit of hatred which will poison anyone that has it. That's what I want to share with you. Shalom.